know if you've been seeing this trend out there of these silicone, like it reminds me of like an implant of, you know, the breast implant nature, or the chicken cutlets that people put in their bras. But it is a piece of silicone that is a makeup sponge. I bought this on Amazon to try it out. This one is a brand called Cleof. I don't know if you can see that. I will say they emailed me right away when I purchased this on Amazon, and they gave me this whole set of like explicit directions, and we want to make sure that you really like your product, and please let us know if you can't figure it out, and all these like cleaning directions and all that, which I thought was actually really professional and cool that they did that. So I've never used this before, but we're going to play around with this and see what it's like. So on my skin, I've got my skincare. I do need to prime because I'm going to play with my inside out method that I love. So I'm going to use this stick illuminizer. It's a cream to powder application. The color I have is lustrous. So it looks like this. It's a really pretty color. And to do my face, I'm actually going to go ahead and take this and apply this stick on some of the areas that I would normally kind of highlight a little bit. Okay, so because I'm going to do an inside out application here, which means I'm going to glow from within to get started. Now I'll still touch up with a little more of this highlighter depending on what this thing does. So let's check this out. So I'm going to grab my normal foundation shade for winter here. I struggle because I'm kind of in between shades right now. Let's see. Like I'm kind of organza, but I'm also kind of velour. I guess I'll go organza for now. All right. So I'm going to give this a shake up. So this is the Touch Liquid Foundation. Okay. Now, in the makeup sponge booklet here, it tells me that for better success in these little directions, it's said to apply your foundation to your face, not onto the sponge. I don't exactly know why, because this is my first time checking this out. I haven't done a ton of research into this. And it says to just pat it and use circular motions. So let's just kind of see how this works. Why are people excited about this product? Well, people are excited about these silicone sponges for a couple of reasons. Number one, the idea that it is sanitary. So like as opposed to a blending bud, so I'm giving you guys kind of, as opposed to a blending bud that absorbs product and also clearly is going to absorb some germs if it's not freshly cleaned, any sponge kind of product, you know, you have to worry about that a little bit. That's number one. Number two is there's less product waste. So sometimes with a brush or a sponge, you're clearly going to have your brush or sponge absorb. This feels really weird, by the way. It's weird. I mean, but it's clearly it's working. I definitely feel like my foundation is going a long way in terms of product use and waste. So the idea is that you're not wasting a lot of product. Hi, Audrey. You want to say hi?
Hi.
There. Hi. Okay, so because this is not absorbent at all, it makes it so that it can't absorb any of your foundation. So if you're wearing $40 foundation, which, you know, that's the price point of the Unique foundation, you're not losing any product, which I think that is pretty cool. It definitely has a weird feeling, and in the directions it says, like, you might need a couple of times to get used to this. So I would say, so what are my impressions right now? I definitely feel like I want to give this a few more goes. I will say, I mean, you guys know I'm addicted to brushes. I do love a good brush application. I almost wonder, I think I'd like to try this silicone thing with my BB cream. I wonder if I'd like that better because I usually use a blending bud with my BB cream and I usually use a brush with this foundation. So I kind of wonder if I would like that better. I do still feel like I need Like normally with my brush, I feel like I get better coverage around my nose because that's one of the areas where you can really see that I need some help. So that's kind of interesting. I love the idea as a makeup artist who applies makeup on other people. I love the idea of the sanitary element of this, that this is very cleanable and non-absorbent. So that part of it I'm intrigued about. It says that it's really easy to clean, like you just use some gentle like dish soap and water and just wash it off. So I don't know what the lasting, I mean, again, this is my first time using it. I don't know how long it lasts before, I don't know if it starts to break down, because if you're familiar with beauty blenders, they kind of break down a little bit over time. So I will go ahead and let's try some concealer with this. So I'm going to grab my velour concealer. And with this concealer, again, I use hardly any because this stuff is quite magical. And I'm going to place it on my face, and I'm going to try using the silicone sponge again. Let's see what we think. Okay.
What is it?
What's up, honey? This is concealer.
Ooh.
So it's helping hide some of my like redness and dark circles.
Yeah. And your dark circles around your eyes that, not the dark circles that are around your eyes, in your eyes. Right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They're around your eyes.
Right, not the dark circles in my eyes. That's my eye color. This is the dark circles that are the skin by my eyes. All right, so I'm going to try to get up a little closer so you guys can see how this is blending. So with concealer, I want to use more of a patting motion. I don't necessarily think I want to use like a, hold on, sorry. My hair is like giving me an issue here. Hold on. Okay. All right, so let's see what this silicone sponge does. Go ahead and do my eyelids too because they're so red. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is my favorite, but I'm definitely gonna keep working with it a little bit here. I am finding it kind of hard to get like in, well, I think maybe I need to change my hand here to get like in this inner corner here of my eye. So you can kind of see like it's not picking up product, which again is part of why people are excited about this, is that you're wasting, you know, your level of waste is very minimal with this. So around my nose here, I've got these larger pores. I don't know. Let me see. I do feel like, I don't know, like it's not helping me press it into my skin. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, hun. Can the octopus back rubber say hi? Yes.
Hi.
This is Audrey's favorite thing that I got from my secret gift exchange in my Favorite Murder beauty group. She is so into the octopus back massager. So she wanted it to say hi. Here you go, babe. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so now I'm going to get a little up close and personal here. I do feel like, I still feel like I need to buff this out with a brush. It just feels like this is barely kind of sitting on my skin. All right, so that's the sponge applicator. So now I'm going to just take just kind of like a dry, clean brush here. And I'm going to go ahead and buff this out because I need to move on with my life a little bit here.
Ooh, octopus back massagers on your shoulder, Mama.
Yes, it is. All right, you need to go get socks on because we're going to go to Grandpa's house.
Okay. You don't have socks on.
No, I don't have socks on yet, but I'm getting ready, okay?
Okay.
All right, so that helped improve like the finish a little bit more. And I'm gonna grab some pressed powder. And just kind of set this up. And eyelids here. So I don't know what I think of the silicone. I would love to know if any of you have tried it. Please like shoot me a comment here or a message because I am really curious to know if what kind of success anybody else has had with that silicone sponge. It's definitely, you know, trending right now in the makeup world. I will play with it some more. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's my favorite. We will see.
I like my octopus
Uh-huh. Okay, babe. All right, so now you can see, you guys can see that I've done my foundation, and in the light, like as I'm moving my face, I still have a little bit of reflective glow from underneath with this stick highlighter, but I'm going to play with this a little bit more. I'm actually going to grab, okay, honey, that's good. I'm going to grab a brush and some of this stick eyeliner, or stick luminizer here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and use it on my lids because it's so pretty.
Mama,
What, babe?
what is that?
This is just like a sparkly stick.
Ooh, can I have some?
Can you have some? Yeah, you can have some. Hold on. So, let's see.
Mama, can I also get some makeup that you have done?
Yeah, well,
I'm allowed to have?
yes, I'll give you some makeup that you're allowed to have. Okay, so I just kind of use that as almost just as my eyeshadow for today, just to kind of play around with that. Pretty. And then what I can do is take this and go ahead and highlight those inner corners and on top of that cheekbone there, and the end of the nose and the Cupid's bow.
You always need a background, right, Mom?
Yeah, babe.
When you're doing something
Yeah.
that,
Well,
that you think doesn't really look good, so that's why you always need a background.
lessons from Audrey, people. Lessons from Audrey. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use my new brow kit. Where did I do with it? Oh, here it is. And I'm going to do my brows real quick.
Can I have some pink on mine?
I will give you some. Hold on. Okay.
Mama, can you also do this?
No, you may not have that. That's black eyeliner.
No. Can you also do that on you?
On me?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I'm going to wear eyeliner today, hon.
Ew.
I think we got to get this show on the road, you know?
The grandpa's, because we're going to grandpa's today.
We're going to Grandpa's today. That's right.
Woohoo!
All right. So this is the medium new brow palette.
Well, hello, everybody.
And we are,
Hello, everybody.
I'm using the number 1 lightest shade. I love that this is numbered. So there's number 1. Now I'm going to come into number 2, which is darker. And with the darker one, I usually do the middle, like so. Okay. And then you can brush it through with a spoolie to blend it, but then also pull it in towards that center to fill in the brow. There's a nice little mirror right here.
Excuse me.
What do you mean I already showed it? What are you talking about? You hear this kid trying to boss me? Okay, so now I've got a fill-in with both shades that kind of creates some dimension. This spot right here on this one eyebrow, I feel like never wants to grab the shade right. Like it's in a little trouble area there. Or maybe my little trouble area is there. Just kidding.
You don't have a trouble area.
I don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Super cute. All right, so that was number 1 and 2 that I filled it in with. So now number 3, again, like I love that this is numbered, so it tells me exactly what to do. I'm gonna go ahead and carve out this brow. Now I don't have to do all the steps every day. You know, I could just do the powders and then move on. That's clearly an option. But I am playing with this because it's brand new, so of course I feel like I want to do all the steps. So I like to kind of place that, this is matte, it does not have any sparkle. So it is kind of like, I look at it almost like a concealing highlight that helps you carve out the brow. So it's going to really help you. And then if you have any areas where like you need to sharpen it up, or if you made a little bit of a mistake, you can kind of fix it with this. And I'm using the straight edge of this Brow Artist brush from Unique, which is really cool. I like it. It's a nice brush. Let me, honey, can you wait your turn? And be patient. Alrighty. So that helps you carve it out. And then for the last step, I'm going to grab some of this number 4, which is like an iridescent highlighter. And I'm just going to grab some like this and do underneath this outer edge right here, like on the brow bone, to reflect some light off of my brow bone. And I'll do some above for highlight right over the arch there. Yeah, I really like this brow kit. It's pretty bomb. No doubt about that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of the brow wax, which is number 5. And I'm gonna set my brows with this. So, and you definitely don't need very much of this brow wax. So usually whatever I dip in there, like my brush when I dip it in there, I only need a little bit. And basically I'm barely touching the hairs of my brows. And then I like to lightly brush them up in the, and down here, up on this side and down here, to kind of get all the hairs going in the direction that I want them going in. And then your brow looks really awesome. Total face framing. Pretty great. I love this kit. This might be like on my, this might bump itself into my top kits. My former one of my faves was this Urban Decay one, but as you can see, it comes with the 2 colors and then a brow wax, but it doesn't come with those like highlight elements, and it's teeny tiny, you know, so it's like, you know, you're really kind of, I don't know, I really like this little guy. This is pretty amazing. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab some bronzer and let's try and finish this up here. So I'll just grab a quick fluffy brush here. What am I doing? Oh, this bronzer is a little too dark. Hold on. Hold the phone. Where's my sunset bronzer? You guys, doing videos yesterday, I managed to like misplace half of my stuff here. Oh, here it is. It's in the drawer. Okay, let's do sunset. Clearly I'm going to need a new one of these, huh? All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and use some bronzer to give myself a little bit of dimension here. It's so pretty. And that way it creates a little bit of difference between this, my lid, and yeah, how easy is that? All right, so a little bit of bronzer. I like to use blush because I'm a person that feels like I need a little bit of color in my face. So I'm going to use the color Stunning today, which is kind of like a real hot pink. So we'll go pinky today. Okay, remember yesterday I told you guys about Neapolitan ice cream, right? So there's your blush. Now you can grab some bronzer or contour. So if you have like a contour palette. And I'm going to warm up the sides of my face here. but at the same time, I'm also going to create a shadow under the pink. Okay, I'm in that soft spot where you can suck your cheeks in, where your teeth are. Like if you hit it, that's where your teeth are. These are your Neapolitan Supermodel cheeks, super easy. Okay. Nice. And then I'll go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and grab some of this and do a real quick fast and easy nose contour, just for fun. Do a little bit under here, create a little dimension right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in with this iridescent white highlighter, and I'll take a fan brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab some of this. And here's the vanilla on your Neapolitan ice cream. Okay, so this is above the pink, right over here. Nice and easy. I can do the tip of my nose a little more. Okay. Cupid's bow. See how I can get that highlight? I can take a little with my finger and come right back in here. Now, because I'm so pale right now, this white stands out really nice on my skin without looking crazy. Okay, but in the summer, I'm probably going to have to move into something that's more of a pale gold. This white's going to it'll be too white on my skin, and it'll make me look like a unicorn. And I love unicorns, but I don't want to look like one every day. Not unless I get like the cool horn and the mane and everything. All right, so there you go, healthy, glowy. Let's add some lashes, and I'm just going to go with Lip Bonbon today because in this dry weather, this feels amazing. You get a little tint of color. This is not like lip smackers where they all have flavors, but the names of them make them sound like there's flavors. There's not. This one is Cherry Cobblers. It's got like a little tint of red. Love it, the Lip Bonbon. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do mascara. So, this is my L'Oreal Voluminous base coat that I like to start with. Okay, and then to be fair, let's see, like, really not a whole lot of length on my lashes, and they're very thin. So my Fiber Lash Mascara is going to give me all of my length and volume. So, I'm going to open both tubes. And I'll go ahead and do a nice coat on one eye. And then fibers. And then I'll wet the lashes on this eye with the gel. And then fibers. And then you guys know that I don't like using an eyelash curler, so I always use my blow dryer. And I set mine on warm, and then I use like the low setting to kind of blow off any excess fibers. And then I'm going to go ahead and seal these on to make sure that I'm not blinking them all over my face all day. Because if you don't seal the fibers on, they're clearly going to fall off as you're blinking. And I get a lot nicer, like, kind of butterfly effect there. And that's just one coat. So I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat just because I like to do the tips as well. So I go back and forth on the tips with the gel and the fibers. This is what is my length building coat. So I go back and forth. Same thing with the fibers. and then I'm going to blow away the excess fibers. And I'm just holding my blow dryer straight up, and that gives them that lift. And then I'll just seal those guys on. And I always make sure that my final strokes are up, not down, so that I'm actually lifting my lashes, so that I have that nice wide open, awake look with curled lashes. All right. Every once in a while, you'll get a fiber that is crazy long, and it looks like you have one really long eyelash. You can just take a pair of tweezers and pull it off. It doesn't hurt or anything. There's no glue involved in this, so it's literally just mascara. You wash your face at night, and it comes off. Water resistant. Let's do a final little... Okay, and then see on that profile how much more length. I got a little extra length, lift, volume. You can really see my lashes now where before you couldn't. And then in the event that there's any little like excess fibers, you just kind of do one of these from the blow dryer. And all set. Pretty easy, simple, clean looking, glowy skin, glow from underneath, a little glow on top. But no unicorn or disco ball effect here. So I'm still learning with the illuminizers of like which ones I'm gonna love the most. I ordered the rest of the shades today, so I will have all 5 shades and all 5 types coming up to be playing with, and I am in love with this brow palette. New obsession for sure. I'm gonna have to get all the shades in that because I'd like to compare the light to the medium, and then the dark I'll have to compare on someone else, because I think that's usually for people who have like almost black hair, and that probably won't look right on my blonde brows. So loving it. So excited. Have a great day, guys. Later tonight I will try and jump back on and maybe do another live. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about skincare. Love you. Bye.